Okay, in my 5-minute talk, I'm going to be presenting to you Thoughts to Ponder. Introduction, who am I, why this talk, all that is, 0 point, thoughts, why now, and of course, world peace. All my conclusions are based on my relationship with myself and my interaction with others. I may share something here that you may not agree with, but I'm sure I'm not here to offend anyone. I'm only here to get my truth heard. I don't like labels, as they promote separation. Sometimes I have to use them, like tonight, so if any make you feel better for judging me, then I'm pleased I could be of service in making you feel better. My name is Katy West. I'm 46 and Bristolian born and bred. Apart from a couple of CSEs, I'm a qualified barber of 29 years, trained in kinetic chain release and Indian head massage, and I'm also creator of the Group of One. Aged 8, I became aware of the Jesus teachings, first through religion, then later learned about Christ consciousness through spirituality. In August 2006, I experienced an awakening called enlightenment, and I connected with all that is. 1 month later, I discovered I had Asperger's syndrome, which is on the autistic spectrum. I hear literal and I think logical. You may have heard the saying, thinking outside the box. Well, for me, there is no box, just a field of infinite possibilities that I may pick and choose from. I believe my truth is important to be heard, as there are far too many people in the world today suffering through no fault of their own, so I thought I'd create this opportunity to speak here tonight in the hope that I can shift a perspective or two. The title of my talk is called The Paradox of Oneness, meaning together we are all interconnected, and at the same time we're all separate and stand alone. The paradox, two seemingly contradictory statements that both contain a truth. In my understanding and experience of living in Christ consciousness, I became aware I'm the creator of my own reality. I create everything that I experience through the perceptions of my 5 senses and my 6th sense, to feel. While researching Asperger's, I found that Einstein was thought to have had it. This was when I came across Einstein's work on relativity, and when my attention was drawn to the 0 dimension, or dot, as I like to call it. While staring intently at the dot, I realized I was that dot. Then it suddenly became very clear that the space around the dot is what the dot is not, hence how they are connected. I call this the spiritual dimension, the unseen connected to the seen. If there was no dot, we could not know that the space existed. The dot has to be there in order for the space to be there. If the dot didn't exist, there would be no comparison. Neither would know or recognize itself as the other. In mathematical terms, the dot is used as a reference point, as it has +1 and -1 either side. From where I am standing, to my left is over there, and to my right is over there. Yet I am here in the center. In the stillness of all that is, everything in and around, above and below, is perfect. Ultimately, who I am is indescribable and beyond words. I could label myself here as being God, loving and accepting everything just for what it is. Love can be experienced conditionally or unconditionally. Fear only exists where love is conditional. Unconditional love has no opposite, as it expects nothing. It just accepts everything as it is. God represents to me unconditional love. Thoughts create energy. From my 0 point, my thoughts create my inner and outer experiences, depending on what I choose to think. I can harm or heal myself. This is cause and effect. What I think about affects my reality. My reality is a total illusion. You all reside in that illusion, and you only exist because I believe you do. I created you just as you created me. I reside in your illusion. It is by no means an accident that I am here tonight. This is synchronicity at its best. The paradox merging into a greater truth of unraveling why everything happens for a reason. I'm sharing all this because it feels the right time now for me to share it. All experiences happen at the right time for them to happen, even the so-called bad experience. This is called evolution. Creating inner peace, and by loving ourselves and each other unconditionally, many will experience inner peace in this lifetime. If we could all trust the process, we would see that evolution has it all under control, and that outer world peace is inevitable.